Alright, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we're going to start the Canopy rebuild on my Trident. So if you guys would have gone back to an episode that I did about 9-10 months ago, I had just a dog box canopy on the back. Since then I have made it into a full canopy. I did that all off camera, didn't record or anything like that. Had help doing it and stuff, so I didn't want to post them on my channel. But now that's complete, now in this video we can do insulation. So I've already done the bottom floors. So I'll take you over in a minute to have a look at the floor. So it's just structural pine like you can see behind me, just cut and placed in there. And then this stuff here it's like styrofoam or insulation, sorry, but it's commercial grade insulation for warehouses and stuff. So this stuff is really good. I've used it at work on like roofs and stuff to insulate it for like big shopping centres and stuff like that. So it's really good stuff, and the way we're going to attach it is we're going to use liquid nails. So originally I used quick grip spray, but when I take you over to have a look in the canopy, you'll see that it didn't work. Also, I've got spacers just around the corner over here to show as well for the board to go in. So I'll take you over to the canopy. Alrighty guys, so this is the dog box. So this is the canopy that I had on the car originally. Now it had stickers on the sides here, down the bottom. When you looked in it, it had plywood. So I've stripped it out. I've put toolboxes on the car now. I've stripped it out. So this is the other half of the canopy. So it's 600 wide and 820 high, which is the same as this in height. So you come into here. Now this is the insulation that I've done on the side. So these are the boards that I was talking about. So this plywood here, when you stick it up on the board here, because there's a 20mm gap here along here, as you can see on the roof right there, that you got that gap there. So you need to put the board up here to be able to make this flush. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to grab a scrap bit of board and show you what So what I've done here, guys, is I've put the insulation up and I've put the spacers that I was talking about. So I'll insulate the bottom here, and then what I'll do is I'll come back over and show you guys how to do the front, and I'll glue these boards on, cut these boards and glue them onto the roof. And then once that's done, then we can move on to doing the walls. So rough estimate is 1740. So rough. So what I'll do, put that like that. Now, it only needs to be a rough estimate cutting this. You're never gonna see it again. So I've drew the line like that. I'm just gonna grab my knife. I'm just gonna cut on that line. Now, the good thing to have with these is a sharp knife and lots of blades as well. So that fits like that. So that's alright. So I could cut the width a little bit more, but I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna glue this tight. Which is not going to work. Which means that yes, I'll have to cut it. So, instead of measuring it, just going to cut it like so. I'll get back to you guys once this is glued on. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to show you how to cut this styrofoam. So this is an off cut right here. So one of the sheets is 378 long at the top and 380 long at the bottom. So we'll measure. $378 and then in the middle $378 $380. So once you've done that, grab your trusty ruler. Mark it like that. So it's 860. Oh, 835 long, which is here. So this is all rubbish. So cut on the inside of the line here, because the texture gives it like a 4mm line. And grab your knife. Cut it a couple of times, like that. you go. Cut. Rightio. Now that that's cut, got your bottom there, that's your top. Top's this side, bottom's that side. Should, with any luck, fit in. So it does fit in. Cut a little bit more off that line. And I'll have to silicone it in. So I'll cut that purple line a bit more along here. I'll put some silicone up here. And then we'll move on to the next one. Then that one, then that one, then that one, and then the doors. So there we have it, guys. That is done. So now I'll move on to the next four. And then once that and the doors are done, then the next part is the wood. So I'll do the rest of the stuff off camera and then I'll come back when I'm ready to do the wood. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So it's been a couple of weeks from the last clip where I did the inso for the canopy. So I've done the boards and I've done some bits and other pieces as well. So don't mind the mess in the canopy. So these are the boards that I've done. So I've side and side. That's the roof at the moment. So I've got what I'm thinking is I'll put another board like this up on the roof, or I'll get like lattice and do timbers that way, all the way along. But while I was doing the board in another episode, so doing the canopy installation is episode 1 or part 1, and then part 2 will be electrical. So your 12 watt battery I'm running. I'll do a solar panel, and then part 3 or episode 3 will be putting the fridge in, maybe doing like a camp oven and stuff like that. And then the canopy will be done from there, and then I'll move on to the dog box. I might do the dog box. But just getting back to the insulation side of the canopy stuff, what I've done for easy access at the moment, because it's open, is I've put Anderson plug here, double Anderson plug, and cigarette here. So when you put the awning out, the light just plugs into here, and then that other side can be used for whatever. So I will pick the camera back up when I've worked out what I'm doing at the top here, but I just wanted to add that in, that the boards are done. So yeah, boards are done. That's just temporary stuff for the moment. I'll see you in the next clip.